Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. And today I got something I want to dive right in with because it's exciting and also very concerning. This is about a mistake that as an entrepreneur, you are likely making. Now, maybe not. Bear with me. I hope you're not. My experience has been more than 9 in 10 are making this mistake. And I was just having a lunch conversation with someone that pleasantly surprised me with the fact that their company is not making this mistake, which had me thinking about how important it really is, how rare it is, unfortunately, especially in the entrepreneurial ranks. You built your company up to several $1,000,000, probably 5 million to 50 million in sales, 25 to 100, 150 people working for you, yet still making this mistake. And it's particularly crucial in 2021 to not make this mistake. And here's what it is: waiting until the end of the year to implement your business plan for the following year. This is July 1st, 2021. All the crap that happened in 2020 brought a bunch of chaos into 2021. And guess what? 2021's over. Welcome to 2022. Let me say that again. Welcome to 2022. Think about that for a second. Why would this be 2022? Your business year starts today. If you're running your business on a standard calendar year, okay, which means 2022 on the calendar, way out here, let me get this in frame. In the calendar is all the way out into January, right? January 1st is the beginning of 2022, but your business year starts right now. See, the conversation that I was having at lunch that I found exciting, but then had me thinking, oh my gosh, we got to be talking about this now, was their business was rolling out their 2022 strategy starting today. It was the first round of communications from the C-level within that company, from the chief executive officer, the COO, the CEO, their chief accounting officer, their chief administrative, all the people that have a C title were beginning the communication to, look, here's what we're doing for 2022. Here's why. If you wait, let me back up for a second. Ask you a question. How long does it take you to go from making a sale to getting cash in the bank from that sale? Think about that. 60 days, 90 days. Well, how long does it take you to go from a marketing activity, a first sales call, responding to a referral, putting a new ad campaign out, whether it's on the internet or print? Some people are still doing print magazines, right? Look at the advertisements. Rob Report is alive and well. Millionaire magazine, which caters exclusively to private jet flight, is still publishing and still being read widely. What does it take time-wise to go from putting a new advertisement, launching a new marketing strategy, to getting money in your bank as a result of the sales that come from that new marketing strategy? My guess would be, while you're thinking it through, that adding another 90 days would be realistic. So if you make a change in business strategy, which requires doing something different in the marketplace, your over-under for seeing $1 in the bank as a result of those actions is probably about 6 months. Today's July 1st. If you were to implement now, you would probably see revenue in the bank, cash in the bank, in January 2022. Well, here's the thing. Are you implementing now, or have you even started thinking about what you're doing for 2022 yet? See, if you wait until September to implement, say you start your strategic planning now, right? I guess over here, let me get the arrow of time right for you. So if you start now, say it takes 30 to 60 days, it's not a lot of changes. So it takes 30 days. So then you implement August instead of July. That still gives you 5 months to build momentum, to get new sales that result from whatever you change. See, this is the thing. Annual planning should be resulting in something changing for the coming year. If you're doing everything exactly the same as you were in 2021 for 2022, okay, well, maybe that doesn't seem like a problem. What if you did everything exactly the same in 2022 as you did in 2020? What if you did everything the same as in 2019? See, if you're standing still, you're really moving backwards. The marketplace is moving past you. Your competitors are moving past you. Your customer expectations, your customer needs are moving away from you because you're not staying focused on continuing to innovate and improve. You have to do that. Well, if you do that, it's got to be reflected in your strategic plan, in your annual operating plan, which means you got to implement that at least 3 months, preferably 6, whatever, at least 3 months. It really hinges on how long it takes you to go from making a change to getting cash in the bank as a result of that change. And if you are really honest about your numbers, and you know what? I hope you're not one of those people that doesn't know your numbers. It breaks my heart. And it's astounding how many entrepreneurs don't know the numbers of their business so that they can answer this question within the next 2 minutes. Based on your KPIs, your key performance indicators, your metrics that you track for your business, add them up so that you can tell me, if you were to make a change today, how long would it take you to go from implementing that change to getting cash in the bank? I'm not going to wait, because you may be one of the people that actually knows those numbers. And unfortunately, a significant percentage, I won't say a majority, a significant percentage of entrepreneurs don't know those numbers. They're not tracking them. So you need to be doing that. That should be part of your 2022 plan. If you're not, if you are, way to go. Good for you. Because one of the keys to success, right? As an entrepreneur, you got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. You got to know which numbers to know as well. Another topic for another time. You got to know your numbers, but you need to be implementing. So if you aren't already implementing your 2022 plan now, you need to be working on your 2022 plan now, because 2020 was radically different than 2019, right? Is that fair? Is that fair to say? You think 2021 ended up being radically different again because of all the garbage that got thrown at you in 2020. So what's going on with operations? How are you going to scale? What opportunities are you going to seize? What opportunities are you missing because you're not going to focus on it for another 6 months? There's companies out there that are implementing 2022's business plan today. Had lunch with one of them. Great to hear that. I hope you are. If you're not, you need to get busy. You need to get working on that, because your cycle time from implementing that plan to getting cash in the bank, right? That affects your ability to pay payroll. That affects your ability to pay suppliers. It affects your ability to pay your mortgage, send your kids to school, right? Got a kid in college, maybe 2, or kid in private high school heading to college, with one already in college, or 2 that are coming to college soon. Got a colleague and mentor of mine has 2 in college, and the next one is just finishing high school and heading that way. Likely you're in the same boat. You still need to have time to enjoy life, which helps if you've got some cash flow to go with it. The business that you've built, you should have cash flow to go with it. You should be thriving. See, here's the thing. Think of how big of an opportunity this is. If 9 in 10, and I would say it's higher than that, my experience has been at least 9 in 10 entrepreneurs are not doing this. They're missing the opportunity to be implementing today, or at least be planning today so they can implement before they get to fourth quarter, right? If you implement in fourth quarter, you've likely got the opportunity to have new revenue in the bank, cash in the bank, sometime first quarter of 2022. If you wait until December, if you wait till the end of the fourth quarter, you've lost the entire first quarter of 2022 and probably a chunk of the second quarter. What kind of opportunity loss is that? How are you going to thrive in this dynamic economy? Because 2022 is going to be hectic. We're going to be talking more about stuff that's coming up. There are 4 things that you should be watching right now as indicators that are like lighthouse beacons. Now I call it the lighthouse effect, but they're like lighthouse beacons that are showing you where the dangerous cliffs, shoals, and rocks are in the waters. You got to be working on navigating around them. Now, having lighthouses, having beacons like that, those 4 indicators, it's not enough. It needs to be part of a larger navigational system, which your business plan is a huge part of. That's like the map, like the navigational map with all of the information noted on it, annotated on it. Let's come back to the purpose of today's quick Wolf's Watch. You have to be working on that plan. You got to get it implemented no later than September, or you're going to miss a ton. There's a ton of opportunity. You'll be in the top 1%, probably top 5%, or even top 1% of entrepreneurs in doing this. So guess what? You get to seize the opportunities. You'll see them sooner. You'll be moving faster. You'll be first mover advantage, and you'll be thriving. Now, you know what? You're likely thinking, well, maybe, maybe not. Yeah. No, there's no guarantees in life. Let me ask you this. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be with the 90% or the 10%? Where are you now? In the 5%, most likely? Right? As a successful entrepreneur, you're likely in top 5% in terms of income. You want to stay there? Or do you want to have someone else that's on top of it and implementing today and has a 6-month head start on you, beat you out next year? Then where will you be? You know, it was hard to get where you're at. Don't lose it. Don't lose it by inaction when you could have taken action, when you knew you should have taken action, and you just didn't. Get working on that business plan. And, you know, as always, want to hear your thoughts on this. You know, comment, hit the like button, share your comments. What are you doing plan-wise? What do you see? What do you see happen? What kind of cycle times do you see? If you don't want to share that for your business, but what do you see for other businesses? You know, you think that 6-month plan to cash in the bank cycle time is long, short? Let me hear it. Hear your rationale. Let's adjust that. Tell you one thing, it's not shorter than 90 days. It's likely that your invoice to cash cycle is at least 15 to 30. So tack that on to the time it takes to go from a sale, signing a contract, to delivering an invoice, then tack your median AR time on that. Where are you at time-wise? And please, 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 please don't break my heart and be one of those people that doesn't know any of those numbers for your business. You know, man, I just love it when entrepreneurs are going, bam, here's my numbers, bum, 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 because those are your guides, right? Those are like navigational beacons. The red and green buoys that you see in the shipping lanes. That's part of the role that your numbers play. It's your GPS. It's part of your GPS system. So you got to know that. And it just, I love it when entrepreneurs can just click that stuff off in order to get to the real discussion, because those are just indicators of where you're doing and how well it's going, right? The value that you're delivering. So get that plan and go on. Staying engaged with the conversation too. Want to hear your comments? Shoot me some info. If you want to have some more conversation about that, post what you want to talk about this more, or some other topics related or unrelated. Excuse me, getting all choked up. Put it in the comments. I watch the comments. I interact. Occasionally I will miss if I've missed one of your comments. I apologize, but I really do watch the comments even after, days after the broadcast. Anyway, gonna let you go. I got to get going too. And it's just, I got excited about this. As I mentioned, I was talking to someone at lunch. Their business is already rolling out their 2022 plan, their 2022 strategy. And it just reminded me that you're probably not, and you should be. So heads up, come on, run with the big wolves, right? We're like dire wolves. If you've seen Game of Thrones, we're the dire wolf pack. Stay with us.